Okay, we're back with more Metroid Prime. Moosen Spiel.
Hello, folks.
Yay! So got another Chozo artifact, so unfortunately the rest of the game is going to be getting Chozo artifacts.
So we're just going to talk about random shit until then.
That's pretty much what we're doing. Yeah. A lot of the beginning of the Metroid series here, and the middle, me and John were talking about kind of controversial, heavy topics, stating opinions. Gotta thank the listeners for sticking with us.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes you gotta talk about that kind of stuff. Throw your voice out there.
Yeah, because if nobody talks about it, nothing's gonna be done about it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about crazy topics like Black Lives Matter in Toronto.
Yeah.
With the Gay Pride Parade. The state of women in Toronto.
Oh yeah.
The online dating nonsense.
Oh yeah.
Where the world's gone. Just one thing I read recently was because of online dating, you would think that sex with millennials would be up, but it's actually down.
Oh really?
Yeah, because now women are more choosy and whatnot. This is all through I think it was the University of Virginia that did it.
Oh yeah.
That did this study. I found it fascinating, but I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that
in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it really does. Because that's online dating. It's not considered as rude as in person because you're not obligated to respond online.
Right. Yeah. So it was just things like that. There is one topic I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
So, my degree's in geological engineering.
Yeah.
All right. This is all through the presidential debates and whatnot, talking about, I mean, Rio Olympics happened, and what's-her-face talked about global warming and everything. It's like, first of all, Brazil's probably not the place that should be talking about anything environmentally safe. I mean, they're hosting the Summer Olympics, and they couldn't even get their beach waters clean.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they have sewage going into where it's... Yeah, that's...
It's like Lake Ontario all over again.
So I'm not denying global warming is a thing. Okay?
Yeah, it is.
It is a naturally occurring process in the Earth. This is what a lot of people don't understand. The where they need to focus on why global warming is happening is the fact that it's going at a faster rate.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's because of the petrofuels and everything.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay? Follow me so far.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that, yes, it's getting hotter. I mean, shit, it's like 90 degrees in Toronto.
Yeah.
This summer.
Uh-huh.
That's hot.
It is.
For Canada.
Yeah.
Okay? That's, in fact, probably too hot.
Yeah.
People are dying.
Inordinately hot, yeah.
But the Earth is coming out of an ice age.
Yeah.
A lot of people do not know that. When you're coming out of an ice age, the Earth gets hot much quicker. Because it's got to melt all the ice at a rapid rate.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what's been happening. We're coming out of the ice age. Global warming is going to happen at a much quicker rate because of that.
That is true.
All right?
Although, considering that there's more greenhouse gases, it's trapping the heat more, so...
Well, that's the part where it's going at even a quicker rate than that.
Yeah. But
it's not as much as people think. What we need to be worried about is kind of what's been happening over the last couple decades is how many volcanoes do you think have gone and erupted over the past 20, 30 years?
I know there was at least one in Iceland in recent years. I think there
was two in Iceland. And that's a little mini ring of fire. You have the couple that went off in Costa Rica.
Oh yeah.
you have one that went off in like the Indonesia area, which causes tsunamis and whatnot because of that, because of volcanic and earthquake activity.
Yeah.
That's what's causing that rapid increase in global warming.
Well, there's also the fact that the ice caps are kind of thawing and it's releasing pockets of methane from underneath.
The
bubbles
I was actually going to go into that.
Yeah, the bubbles used to be like meters wide, but now it's going into kilometers
wide. So
what
happens when volcanoes erupt is they emit that ash and they have all kinds of gases, right?
Yeah.
Sulfuric, methane, all that kind of stuff. Well, ice actually traps that gas. And that's where all that methane's coming from.
Yeah.
So you have volcanic eruptions, you have coming out of the Ice Age, you have the ice melting, also emitting gas.
Uh-huh.
So it's all these variables coming together causing this. So the petrofuels is only a small part of it.
That is true. There's also like rice paddies. Apparently those give off a lot of methane. Although methane doesn't stay in the atmosphere as long as carbon dioxide, so
that's right. And it's there are two countries that come to mind with petrofuels, and that's China and the States.
True, yeah.
Brazil's actually up there too.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much, but if even India's up there because they're insane with environmental standards.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's where a lot of the oil's coming from. So.
Well,
then again, Canada has a lot of oil too.
It does, but there's not as many people.
Yeah.
By a long shot.
Yeah.
So, global warming, with the presidential election, American can do. I mean, here's an idea: public transportation. Wow, problem solved.
Yeah.
Spend money in public transportation. We had a whole conversation about transportation systems in Toronto and the States, and how it pretty much doesn't exist and it's not properly done.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can have a third world country like Romania have a great public transportation system, I'm pretty sure we can too.
Uh-huh.
That will cause so much petrol fuel to just go down. But oil companies want their profit, right? And politicians are in they're in the politicians' pocket.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So not much we can do about that, unless the president just goes, "No more oil." Period. We're not importing. We're only going to export. Texas, give us oil. Share. Alaska, share. We got plenty.
Well, now that with the Paris summit having come and gone and succeeded, I think the world's starting to transition off of fossil fuels. So
it won't happen in our lifetime.
No, but it's a start.
Much like we'll see helium probably not exist in about 20, 30 years.
Yeah, I remember reading up on that after you mentioned that before, but I just remember there's...
Cool fact, isn't it?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, we're not going to have helium.
Yeah, but I remember...
We're not going to have medical equipment or TVs.
I remember an article I read, it's not as pressing a problem as we think.
No, it's not as pressing a problem as it should be. That's what I think.
Well, I don't mean like in the public eyes. I mean, there's...
Oh, yeah. It's still super cheap resource, and they think it's renewable, and it's not.
I can't remember what I read. I just remember there was like an easy... I can't remember. I can't really speak on that anymore.
Well, helium's pretty much made through radioactivity.
Yeah.
Through, like, uranium sources, for example.
Yeah.
Not a lot of it.
True enough.
But with fossil fuels, we will be stuck on fossil fuels for at least another 100 to 200 years. Because there is nothing in place for alternative energy.
There's fuel cells, there's solar energy, there's
plenty of options, but they don't exist.
Or at least they're not cheap. They're not cost effective.
They're not cost effective. They're not. I mean, it's the same thing with kind of recycling aluminum. It's more cost effective to just chuck it than to recycle it. Yeah.
Huh. That I did not know.
Yeah.
I remember always being taught that it takes less energy to reuse aluminum cans than make new ones, but
not anymore.
Huh.
It's more more costly to recycle the aluminum than to just chuck it.
Everything I know is a lie.
Yeah. So we got naturally occurring process causing global warming more than petrol fuels. Helium is going to expire in 30 years, pretty much. So it's these topics that bug me. It's one of the few things I'm actually well versed in.
Yeah.
So to hear people just go, global warming is a pressing issue. It's like, yes, it is, but not in the way you think it is.
Yeah. That's true.
Much like Metroid Prime is not as good a game as everyone thinks it is. Ooh, snap.
Well, like, I guess it all depends on taste, on how much tolerance you have for backtracking and exploration, I guess.
Yeah, but I felt that there wasn't exploration. I felt like it was just backtracking.
That is true.
Yeah. It's my opinion.
I still like it, though, overall.
So here's another thing. I've stated these factoid-like opinions over things. What is with people today that they just can't handle other people's opinions?
Yeah. Well, I think that's like...
I don't know if that's just in our generation, but...
I think it's just the small segment of the internet that has the loudest voice and are the most oversensitive to a lot of things, or just wanna be heard. Those people are... They see other people's opinions and are like, no, you are wrong! How dare you say that?
You're not wrong there. So, recently I did a kind of thoughts review over Turn A Gundam.
Oh, yeah?
Anime. And I got ripped apart online for this thing. Because
Really?
I gave it a 3 out of 10.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But I gave reasons why I didn't like it and why... It's not so much a review as just these are some thoughts over it.
Yeah, yeah.
I watched half the series. I thought nothing happened. The pacing was horrible. The animation's bad. Even stretched to its 50 episodes, etc., etc. I gave reasons.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And a couple people just point out like 2 things I kind of messed up on, which happens.
Yeah.
I write these things in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
I proofread it once. And then I just go, here you go. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not like I'm getting paid for it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just doing it because.
Exactly.
Because reasons.
Exactly, yeah.
So, one guy points out my review is absolute shit because I wrote in the creator was coming off depression. First it was, I said Gundam X, and then was Turn A.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So this guy goes, your review's nonsense because it wasn't Gundam X. So, obviously, and I was like, oh, so I kind of messaged him back going, oh, good catch, I'll fix it right away. Because it was actually Victory Gundam, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, done, fixed. That tidbit's gone. I guess it's still shit review now? Another guy just goes, oh, he gives this one a 3, but gives Gundam Wing a 9? Again, I write him back, well, alright, so you found the one rating, quote-unquote, where I was... It's pure nostalgia glasses.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to admit, no, it's not a 9, but in my eyes it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So the internet just gets really mad. That was the first one that I've written where people just get pissed off at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because a lot of people like it. I just don't see how. I've seen every Gundam series from the 70s to the early 2000s.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Every single one. And that's one of the worst, in my opinion. One of the worst.
Yeah, I haven't seen very many Gundam series myself, just Seed and Seed Destiny. I mean, Seed Destiny...
A lot of angsty stuff in that one.
Yeah, and a main character I absolutely hate. Good heavens. The worst part was, every time there was another character around who actually made him act like a civilized human being, they killed him off. I'm not even kidding! That happened like 2 or 3 times. It pissed me off so much! I mean, jeez.
It's been a while since I've seen those, but
Seed was alright. Then again,
Seed was okay.
It was my first
and then
Gundam.
Seed Destiny was definitely not as good.
No. Oh yeah, those baby She-Goths.
What I'm doing now is because I'm being forced to do all this backtracking.
Yeah.
I'm actually scanning enemies and whatnot that I might have missed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll scan, just whatever.
Yeah.
Because I did read as I was looking up where all the Chozo artifacts were, because I was not going to be bothered playing, making this like 60 episodes just looking for freaking artifacts.
Yeah, yeah.
that depending on the percentage you get scanned, depends on your ending.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's kind of dumb.
Yeah, there's like, if you get 100% ending, there's like a certain clip that kind of ties into...
That's really dumb, because how do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know you have 100%?
I think if you like look at the
save file or something?
No, in the menu for like the various lore and such, you can actually see how much you've collected, like 70%, 80%, such stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I remember that being in there from my previous playthroughs. So I think I tried to get the
100%,
but even with a guide, I couldn't manage it.
It's stupid.
So I was like, "Fuck that! I'm going to YouTube."
Yeah, just watch it on YouTube.
Exactly. It's the same problem that Final Fantasy X-2 had, except that was even less possible to do. If that was even...
Really? Because I think it's impossible in this one, because there's so many like secret areas and whatnot.
Yeah, but somehow it's even harder in...
10-2?
Yeah, you miss a single thing, you won't get the 100% ending. So,
well, then, yeah,
forget it, YouTube.
Well, that's why they should make things like...
I'm not wasting my time on that.
They should have it like at 120%.
Yeah, really.
You know?
Yeah.
They have those kind of things.
Yeah, 10-2 was kind of BS in that regard. But back to what I was saying earlier about hating the main protagonist of Seed Destiny, that's probably the only time I can remember I've ever actively hated a main protagonist of a series.
Really?
Yeah, I'm usually pretty tolerant of various characters, even the annoying ones.
The only anime that I can think of right now that I hate the main character was Excel World.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the short little stubby piggy dude.
Oh, yeah?
Who just bitched and complained the entire time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I was like, Shinzi's got nothing on this kid.
Yeah.
From Evangelion.
Yeah.
I was like, Shinzi's got reasons. This kid just has a fat complex.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, who makes their avatar a fucking pig when you're self-conscious about your weight?
Yeah, what the hell? Of course, well, I haven't seen Excel World myself, but just hearing that just sounds really stupid.
Like, the anime itself wasn't terrible. That was bad.
Oh, yeah.
And then, well, the ending was also bad, but again, different things.
Exactly, yeah.
Altogether.
But yeah, it takes a lot for me to hate a main protagonist.
Yeah. So that was...
Like, I mean like the main protagonist, not just a main protagonist. Although, if we're talking in broader terms, next time.